Hi guys, today we'll be talking about a big giant storm that can move in to the mist. And today I'll be showing you uh, models on how this could happen. Here's the first one on the jet stream and how much low pressure there could be and how this could affect the storms. So right here, we can see it's the 25th, and there's a really big low pressure ridge coming over here. So if you just go, a little bit further into there, you can see this thing is just hurtling across the United States with pretty bad low pressure. And there's still a lot of low pressure here, and this could come around Oklahoma. You can see again it will come around Michigan and the Ohio Valley. We have another ridge after that. I'll talk about that a little bit, definitely. This one's just gonna sit a little bit, and that's kind of it for that. They could both bring a lot of severe weather along the Midwest, Dixie Alley, and just normal Tornado Alley. But here's humidity, and you notice again about right when that little ridge comes in, it's right here. You can see all this humidity is just going to sweep around there. And wherever this humidity is, there's going to be storms. So there's likely to be a band of storms coming around here. And then a lot of humidity here that could blow up some storms all around here, Midwest and Dixie Alley. So just be aware of that. And that second ridge comes in, you also have a lot of humidity. Here it is right here. And that humidity is all right here. That's about 100% humidity, which is really, really bad because it increases chances of severe storms. Because when you have low pressure and humidity mixed together, it's the perfect ingredients for a severe storm. Because the low pressure will suck up all of the humidity into the clouds and make really bad severe storms. But then the wind shear. So tornadoes need wind shear to form. So again, right when this ridge comes in, you can see a lot of wind shear kind of building up, and then there it is. All that wind shear is going to come all across here. And that's going to affect with a lot of our tornadoes because they need wind shear. And then this other ridge, what I was talking about, it also comes in and sweeps along the Midwest in Tornado Alley right here. So that can be really, really damaging. We can have damaging tornadoes and severe storms in the span of about 5 days. And these could be really, really serious. They could be pretty deadly too. So just be aware of that. If you look at the most unstable cape, it means basically most unstable atmosphere. Right when that ridge moves in, just watch all around here. This thing is going to blow up all right here. That's very unstable atmosphere. And then it can make its way up to the Midwest. And there should be another ridge that's going to come in. So it's going to a lot of storms over here, which is around where I live. So I also need to prepare. I live in Houston, Texas. And all this warm air is coming, all the humidity, it's coming from the Gulf of Mexico. Gotta show you that again real quick. But all of that is gonna give you an unstable atmosphere as all this stuff comes up from Mexico, and you're gonna have a lot of the atmosphere will be just very unstable. Perfect for tornadoes, which with all these conditions in play. Now, if you look in the next one, this is the significant tornado parameter. It basically is just a forecast for tornadoes, and here's just a model of it. It just shows you where significant tornadoes like EF2 and more could spawn. As we get our ridge, low pressure trough right here, this is gonna blow up. You can see all those thunderstorms along here, Oklahoma and Kansas. That can be really, really, really bad. And you can only predict tornadoes so far out. So we really can't predict the Midwest too much. You can see a little bit of tornadoes possible there. But the next ridge we can't predict with this. The GFS, it's just like an overall thing. You can watch that. Look at this low pressure ridge. That's our ridge. This is what you want to watch. And look at all these storms. They're kind of blowing up around here. A little bit of storms around here. All around here. And then that low pressure ridge will bring scattered storms along the Midwest and Dixie Alley. And then finally a band of thunderstorms on the East Coast. This is our second low pressure ridge. Gonna bring a big band of storms across here and on the East Coast. So really, really bad severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. If I really need to, I'll do a live stream on Sunday, and Monday I'll try and do it. I have school though. But I'll try my best. And here's just the overall severe weather outlook. So today we have a pretty bad risk of severe weather in Texas. The tornadoes look like not too bad, just 10% risk in this little area. Lubbock could be hit pretty hard, so just be aware of that. Tiny chance right there. You can see. The wind's probably going to be our main threat right here. Never mind. The hail is going to be our main threat. But for over here, I guarantee that you're not going to get any severe weather. It's really only a 5% wind risk in this tiny area, probably more like 3%. I guarantee you're not going to get any severe storms, though. Worst that could happen is leaves blown around. Just a 5% risk around here. No tornadoes, really, just 2%. And then hail and wind, kind of in the same place. Not too bad. For day 3 days out from now, there will be the big band of thunderstorms, and this will get worse and worse. After a day after this, there will likely be a really, really bad risk of severe weather around here. But only slight risk of severe weather right here. Probabilistic, it's just 5% for the marginal and then 15% for the slight risk. That's all for today. If you have any questions, just type them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. On Saturday, I'm busy with 5 lacrosse games. I'll definitely try to update you on that a little bit. I'll have a little bit of time maybe. Otherwise, I'm free on Sunday. I might have a little bit of church, and Monday I have school again. So, that's all. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're aware now, and thank you so much. I'll see you probably at the live stream.